What is up, everybody? Happy Thursday to you. I hope that you are having a wonderful week. We only got one more day left, and I hope that we make the most of it. I'm going to be busy tomorrow, but it's going to be a good busy, and I'm praying that, I'm trying to set myself up to have a good 2024. So that means that I'm putting in a lot of work. I had the privilege of supporting the Veterans Resource Fair this today. Sponsored by the Wayne County Treasury Department. Shout out to Eric Sabri because, they really did put on a nice event for our veterans. They made sure that they had convenience, resources that were available, wonderful vendors there to help our veterans. Wonderful recognition of our veterans. We had Rashida Tlaib out there today, and I'm telling you, this chick, she gets up there and she's very passionate. That's one thing I can say about her. She's very passionate, and but one thing that I notice about some non-Black people is when they are in a room of Black people, they kind of start to jive talk with Black people, even if they're in a room full of very intelligent Black people. They will start kind of jive talking and using that jive talk kind of accent, to feel like they need to resonate to the souls of Black people, if you will. It's so interesting to me. But anyways, I was watching yesterday. I caught a tweet from Ben Shapiro, and he was essentially talking to Candace Owens. He had quoted the Bible verse that she obviously tweeted, and some people argue in response to a video, that viral video about him basically dissing her, calling her disgraceful, and basically bashing her about her takes on the Israel-Palestine conflict. And, when I listened to Candace's take, I think she was sort of being very satirical when she was talking about endorsing Nikki Haley for president because she felt like Netanyahu was not, well, or whatnot. That probably triggered Ben Shapiro, but if you look at the nuances of her comments, she was trying not to take a position. I think she was really making a mockery of the U.S. response and some of the U.S. representatives' responses to this conflict. And I don't think she was necessarily taking a position on that conflict at all. And a lot of people are just sitting there like, why is Ben Shapiro reacting like he is to Candace Owens? Why is he going off the deep end? Now, first of all, since this conflict has broken, anytime I have caught a video of Ben Shapiro talking about this conflict, I'm sorry, it just looked like a ranting demon to me. It just looked like a ranting demon. There's some people who I understand they're passionate about things, but for him, he just came off looking like a ranting demon to me. And I'm just sitting up there like, bro, who are you trying to convince here? Like, it was just that weird to me. And I'm pretty sure it was weird to a lot of people at the Daily Wire. Like, bruh, bring it down. Like, you on 10, we understand your passion, but let's bring it down to a 7 so that we can still look like a credible, unbiased news outlet that actually has some consistency in messaging. So it's interesting to me, that dynamic with Candace and Ben Shapiro. But, Candace ran onto her friend Tucker Carlson's show. And basically, Tucker gave Candace a platform to basically rebut or respond to the comments that Ben Shapiro made about her publicly. And I think she handled that conversation very gracefully, right? But, and she definitely is coming off in this exchange with Tucker to, kind of feel like she did feel attacked, right? But she definitely was very seasoned with her words. And I think that was very smart of her to do. You really can't go energy for energy in every situation. Sometimes you have to be the higher, more logical energy and be more calculated in what you say. But a lot of people are scratching their heads, about why he's going off the deep end so hard on Candace, about her very subtle, remarks. And I've been following this conflict on Twitter, and I've been looking at all of the different sides that people, kind of put out there, their comments, their thought processes about the conflict. And the one thing I do see is that there are some, not all, very few, I would actually say, very few posts that I've seen where there are some Jewish individuals that believe that people from the Black community should be more vocal about our stance, when it comes to this Israel-Palestine conflict. And many of them are using the, I guess using the fact that they have stood next to Black people and have fought for our civil rights. And this is my problem with comments like that. And I wish that people would stop conflating other people's issues with Black people all the time. I don't care if it's LBGTQ or whatever, monkeys and donkeys. It don't matter. They always want Black people to be on code with another struggle class. And it's like, we still trying to reconcile some of our issues. And some of these people who claim that they are our friends are actually our direct enemies, and the people who are enabling our problems because it makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel supreme, even though many of them may lack a lot of social values. So I believe that, Candace Owens taking the positions that she's had on this conflict really puts her aligned with the left right now, right? Because it's the leftists, the Democrats, liberal-minded people, and all of the little activists that they've raised that now they cannot control, right? It is them who are supporting ceasefire and supporting Palestinian people, and basically these people are even attacking the image of Israel by calling them an apartheid state, right, a white supremacist state, all kinds of things. They're calling them genocides, people who commit genocide. So Israel is not looking good. I don't know what galaxy that Ben Shapiro lives in, but Israel, if you look at what people, social perception and what it is, of course you have people who are pro-Israel, right? But there's a lot of people that are even Jewish who are not supporting the actions of Israel. And I don't know why Ben Shapiro can't be objective about that. And and that's the one thing I will give Candace Owens credit for in this particular situation. And that could be a grift. She could see, how the pendulum might be swinging more towards the middle now. And that's probably why she's trying to head towards the middle. She done went to the left or the right. Now it's like, let me get a middle of the road perspective here. So she knows how to be a chameleon, right? And on different political perspectives, you know what I mean? And all she has to do is just listen to what other people are saying, how they're saying it. And if it resonates, she's not a dummy, right? At least she can jump on the train of a logical thought, right? So I wouldn't say that, Candace Owens jumps on the bandwagon of ignorance all the time. She has. Right? But at least she's smart enough not to, she can be a little bit selective. Right? But I think Ben Shapiro is in his feelings more than anything because she is a blackface for their show. She's the person that's supposed to be talking at Black people. Right? So the last thing that I think Ben Shapiro wants to see right now is his blackface siding with, the people on this side who are not supportive of Israel. And I think that's what burns Ben Shapiro more than anything, is that not only can Candace Owens, articulate her positions, right? And I don't find that at all times she's positioning herself as stating a fact. It's, she's really saying, this is my convictions, this is my perception, these are my observations of this particular issue, right? Or this is a perception or observation that somebody else saw that I heard, and I'm going to repeat it as if it was my own. You know how some of these little conservative people are. They inspired by somebody that they don't want to say, because that would make them not look so very smart, would it? But anyways, off that, let me know what you guys think. Do you think Ben Shapiro is in his feelings just because she's on the opposing viewpoint side, even though Ben and Candace have disagreed, it seems like, according to Candace, for the last 5 years? Or is this more triggering because this is Israel? And not only is it Israel, Ben knows that what Candace said was true. And that is something that he doesn't want for somebody, at least from the Daily Wire, to be putting out there, because obviously it sort of usurped all his ranting, deeming little podcasts that he's been doing. So let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like this perspective, and have a good day. Bye. Guys, Daddy is here.